sing first.
And tonight, Samoa Joe now a part of SmackDown Live thanks to the Superstar shakeup last month. And here's
Samoa Joe certainly has the capability to do so. We've seen in the past Joe rap.
Is there a man in WWE today?
Has become used to this. Roman thrives off a hostile environment. He lives and sees that the big dog has no more confidence left in himself. We're about to find
week after week. Sometimes, boys, it's not about a championship. It's about all about.
And earlier today, I sat down with Roman Reigns, and I talked to Roman about this grueling schedule. The physical match that Roman had with Brock Lesnar at Rumble, then up to Canada, now here tonight against Samoa Joe, and asked him, has your confidence ever...
Well, I can understand that. I mean, Roman Reigns prides himself on being a leader here and don't any sign of weakness overtly. That said, Samoa Joe seems to believe
one thing, but when you go through so many battles and so many...
They're trying to separate these two men, and Joe going right after Roman Reigns.
Absolutely.
Joe and Reigns, this is going to be a physical war.
Yeah.
And now Reigns.
With the Uranagi through the Spanish.
Holy smoke.
Samoa Joe with a cheap shot, a right hand to start this thing. And now Joe hurt, and Reigns sent over our announce table. Roman Reigns sent over our...
Well, he's just talking and talking.
And now Samoa Joe.
But the one thing we know, Michael, is he's been through these battles before.
Attacking Reigns before the match even started. The official trying to get it back in the ring.
Also sending a message. Hey, I've been out for several months, but maybe I'm the big dog.
To move on to the SmackDown Live roster.
Well, I'm back.
And now the official checking with Roman Reigns, making sure at ringside. That was close.
Yeah, the match hasn't even begun yet, and we've already had all sorts of destruction.
Well, you heard the referee. Can you go? Roman shook his head. So
defenseless. He can't even put his hands up to protect himself.
The intensity from Samoa Joe is up.
And this all started with a option sense. And there, Roman Reigns hooks the leg.
Samoa Joe to put the big dog down. Going to take a little bit more. I'm surprised Roman
to Roman Reigns. The other one to the entire SmackDown Live locker room.
Goes on because he feels he doesn't get the respect he deserves that he has earned.
Boxes.
We talk a lot about Joe's Muay Thai background, his jiu-jitsu background, but he...
Look at this now. Samoa Joe's looking to twist the head.
Well, I know you called it a cheap shot, Michael.
It was, Coach. It happened before the bell rang.
This is the pain I was talking about.
This is earlier on. Watch this Uranagi. Watch the force of neck.
Twisting on Roman Reigns' shoulders.
I would love to ask WWE stats.
Just working on the neck of Roman Reigns.
Keep hearing Samoa Joe say, this is the pain I told ever.
I don't want to make excuses for Roman, but guys, he can't be 100% tonight. It was
is that he shows up every single night, regardless, Michael, is if he's 100.
Maybe the most dangerous man in WWE. He's got an assassin's mentality. Find a weakness.
Goes very, very well.
Joe's face. Roman has had no offense at all. Oh, look at Roman.
Roman just peeling back the fingers of Samoa Joe. There you go. Boom.
There it is.
Joey head rocker, kick your right knee.
That we've seen in a very, very long time.
Samoa Joe's been that way for years, Coach. I have two cracked, well, I currently have cracked ribs, but I had two cracked ribs to show as a trophy.
Comes synonymous, now a knee to the chin, and right back working on the neck.
Spent considerable amount of time all over the world, Europe, Japan. Joe is a dangerous match. Joe wants to show up on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night and say, I told you so.
Well, I think that's the
live Tuesday night. You say, I told you so if he wins this match.
Oh, I'm saying Samoa Joe.
Trouble here. Can Reigns fight back? Can he go dig down deep to the corner? Roman trying to shake the cobwebs. Joe launches him to the apron.
My God.
Zero hesitation from the big man.
Watch this.
Speed all the way across the ring. Diamond Reigns, followed by nearly 300 pounds.
Yeah, that was high risk, but Joe had a plan.
Match or getting the upper hand. Samoa Joe.
Covered by Joe on Reigns to put him away. And then the 300 pounds crushing down on Reigns' body.
Easy. Now raining down elbows.
Well, Joe has absolutely no... It hurts. No wasted motion.
Joe knows it. Joe enjoys
the way that he goes about his business. Shows me a man that says, you know what? I'm not wasting any opportunity.
Joe just leaning on Roman Reigns now. Complete control. Joe's enjoying it.
It's yours. Yours alone.
Forearm and his elbow pinned down across the back of the big dog's neck. Roman isn't going.
The one thing I don't think he's going to do is tap or give up or quit. That's not in his DNA.
That said, the big dog is in a lot of trouble right now, and Joe inches closer to his goal of putting
Done. Right hand, Joe still holds on. And another by Roman. Two men exchanging blows, center of the ring.
dropping bombs on one another.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Not right in the face.
And went down for the first time.
Yeah, but he went out of the ring.
Let's see, Roman's moving right now. He's just ginger everything, and Roman's body's got to be racked with pain.
And now Roman Reigns has Joe in 25 position, and you can feel the momentum
To him.
Yeah, he might be the uncrowned Universal Champion, but in the eyes of the WWE Universe,
And Brock Lesnar still walking around with the Universal Championship.
And now you're starting to see.
Brings out the best in Roman Reigns.
Sometimes you have to go to his level, no doubt.
Joe with a kick, down goes Reigns.
part three, bang, senton.
Cover by Joe.
Imagine what Samoa Joe would say or is going to say if he's able to beat down Roman.
Said, oh, Joe may show up on Monday night just to say, Roman, I told you so, and then
Yeah, the first one he put Reigns through an announce table with. Roman, though, able to
Samoa Joe.
boot, stops Reigns in his tracks. Roman Reigns. Both these men
Reigns, and now if you can see the face of Samoa Joe, you can under his, I believe it's his left eye, there's a mouse. These guys going to know they were in a fight tomorrow morning.
You would think there would have to be somewhere down deep.
The Superman punch. Joe caught him. Look at
There it is.
the clutch.
We've seen Samoa Joe take, oh, looks like maybe his right knee.
His whole body's beat up. How the hell did he do that? What a move by Joe. He picked Reigns out of midair. But Superman punch.
He got him.
Cover. Inside leg hook. That was incredible what Samoa Joe did.
So Roman able to answer with a Superman punch.
Jaw jacked.
Able to dig.
Samoa Joe looking weary for the first. Reigns still up.
Bam! Cover!
Awareness by Samoa Joe, realizing where he's at inside the ring at all times.
And very unlucky on the
Feet first. That might have been a last gasp effort. The spear that Roman connected with.
And again, the veteran Samoa Joe able to
Legs are burning. It feels like you're running through mud this deep. You've expended every energy.
Indeed is the first one back to his feet.
This is wildly Reigns. Somehow break this hold.
They're in the center of the ring. Joe wrapping the legs. Oh, wait a minute. Roman.
Nobody home. Again, Coquina clutch. And Joe looking to wrap the legs, and there he does. He wraps the legs around the... What does Roman do here? Roman's got to somehow... Roman's fading. Roman Reigns is fading here.
Roman's going to win.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns now showing some life. Reigns showing some life.
Might have been able to call that one a few seconds earlier. Roman's
For
on
the match.
Look at the change in demeanor. Joe with a...
But don't change the game plan. Don't change the attack.
Listen to Roman.
Joe possibly thinking about a muscle buster.
That's what he's looking for, Corey. Roman leaps over. Samoa Joe rolls through.
Oh, he got it!
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
Figured it out at the exact right moment.
That's the reserve that a great champion possesses. Needs to be given. And that is exactly what the big dog did tonight.
While we contend, Reigns picks up a victory here tonight in what I believe was a must-win.
But Roman, you know, in the back of his mind, is still thinking about the...
Guys, is to continue to show up night after night, week after week. I'll give it to Roman.
WWE Backlash, a reminder, up next, the Backlash post-show exclusively. Raw.
Braun Strowman.
Well, the monster among men, greatest Royal Rumble in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. 50-man Royal Rumble.
Strowman eliminated practically a who's who in WWE, including Shane McMahon.
Tonight, Kevin Owens. He even eliminated his own partner, Bobby
Roman clutching the championship title and that beautiful trophy in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
12 months will be the guy to beat. He not only wants to...
Is Bobby Lashley capable of? Well, ask Sami Zayn. A couple of weeks that Sami Zayn couldn't compete in Saudi Arabia at the greatest royal. I don't know why we invite you to watch your favorite TV shows and movies online with Hulu and get next day unlimited instant WWE shows today.
Guys, I am a big fan of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but I don't know.
Their opponents, the team.
Kevin Owens this past Monday night on Raw were, well, in their element as they return, perhaps looking a bit concerned tonight. Well, we are joined by, including our Portuguese announce team of Marco Alfaro and Roberto Figueroa.
Luta pelo título essa noite.
Our Russian team of Moti Margolin and Jan Pomerantsev.
Капизния до Backlash. Сегодня выступает звезда собой бренда Pro и SmackDown Live, так что экшен.
是的，WWE धमाकेदार मैच is mind blowing.
और मैं हूँ शशदार जबरदस्त मैचेस चल रहे हैं आगे देखेंगे रो Backlash sur le WWE Network.
Effectivement, Raymond, le premier gars d'un double.
品牌联手巨献，年度赛事将掀开新的篇章。
没有改变都到。
What's that, Corey?
You to coach him up.
And here tonight in this tag team matchup.
And it's understandable Sami Zayn's tentative. Yes, you
Too.
do. That's kind of all you do.
I too have taken the...
Lashley 6'3", 260. Former United States champion.
Broken, but I don't know many that hit harder.
That Bobby always gave 100%.
You know, if these two can get along, a dominant tag team in WWE history.
Well, we've seen over the past couple of weeks what they're capable.
He has vertigo. Recurring symptoms.
Do we ever get the official doctor's note?
I did say this on Coach 'em Up that I felt like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were the best.
And Owens whipped across the ring. And Lashley now.
There aren't too many superstars that if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get a...
Athleticism of Lashley.
Yes, of course I did, but I was still trying to wrap my brain around whatever Coach just said. Holy cow.
Corey's getting frustrated
I
as
know.
I think Sami Zayn. And Sami thinks twice about it and is going to take a breather.
Very, very wise. Ring. It's one of Kevin Owens' favorite maneuvers. You've seen how many times.
And Sami Zayn now right out here in front of us. Get away from me, Sami. I don't know where you think you're going. Into the ring. And look at that. Talk about athleticism.
That is freakish.
Lashley.
That was a very, very well laid out game plan by Sami and Kevin.
And here comes Kevin out
into their own corner.
You can talk about the power, you can talk about the athleticism of the strong, each other working together to take Lashley down as we take a look at how they turn this around.
Once it makes the powerhouse pay.
And I know you mentioned chemistry, but if they want to be victorious here tonight, they...
Get into a fight, though, with Lashley and Strong.
I actually wholeheartedly wheelhouse is technical ability. Both of them can mix it up in a fight, but you want technical. You want to get if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Fingertips away from Strowman.
A great job of keeping Bobby in the match. And now Braun in the worst way.
From his partner. If you're Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, you don't want Strowman in this match. Lashley tag.
Got him.
Strowman swinging those redwood-like arms.
Oh,
he only knows
do this.
Oh my God, Sami now, Braun Strowman in pursuit of Sami Zayn.
Oh, no.
A big old bear paw sent Zayn flying.
Now he's trying to decide which one is actually legal right now.
I both subjected to this. Post to shoulder. Kevin Owens.
Stay on, Braun. Stay on it.
Look, Sami wants in. Sami's got to be thinking about a haluva kick. Braun's going to end up right when
He wants nothing to do with Braun Strowman. And Sami Zayn is... Well, I guess Kevin Owens is going to be an example of this toxic relationship between these two good friends of Sami Zayn.
Oh, no!
What are you doing?
Bobby. They have no idea what they're watching.
No, Sami.
Kevin, they come.
Oh, Kevin, turn around. Strange. Oh, my God. Look, Kevin Owens. Planted by Lashley. Cover. Hooks the leg.
Bobby Lashley.
They won the match, but I'm not entirely sure they pinned
Sami in first, then Sami threw Kevin back in.
to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Uh-oh, look at this. Sami trying to help his friend. Running power slam.
They already got the win. Be a great competitor and call it a night.
That's an understatement.
All right, Sami.
Oh, finally got Sami.
Between a monster and a hard place.
I don't think he's going to get any sympathy from Lashley and Strowman.
This is enough.
Join forces for this co-branded pay-per-view event. You are looking live at a jam for Backlash.
Following contest is for the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
It is a co-branded match to kick off this. Miz wins. He will become a 9-time Intercontinental Champion, tying the record set tonight.
I don't see it happening. I'm a big believer in the Miz and what he's capable of, but Seth Rollins...
Game coming into tonight, we're going to see a match that I think right off the bat could absolutely...
Star shake-up. Slam!
His opponent, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing 217 pounds.
Earlier, perhaps the hottest superstar in all of WWE today. This Royal Rumble. He beat Finn Balor this past Monday to retain the...
Una nueva era de la coproducción de estos eventos de pay-per-view de Raw SmackDown.
Y podríamos tener finales de Spannung förmlich spüren. Seit Wochen kochen die Emotionen über. Heute geht es...
He was WWE Champion before his knee injury.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you anymore, and I actually want to correct something you made tonight. Rollins.
Let me put this in a way that even the Miz would understand if he was talking to him, that we never talk about how he gets there, how he stays there. This guy has got back
Tonight, remember during the kickoff show, he wanted to get the band back together with Curtis Axel.
For their careers, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The Miz was such a benefactor of those two for the last few... The Rock is
Miz to go on his own now that he's on SmackDown Live.
Seth Rollins and Miz for the 2002 when Rob Van Dam did it. Miz trying to do that here.
Through the month of May, and if we were to make a vote for the Superstar of the Month,
WWE today.
I'm curious to see how the Miz reacts to all the... He's going to take away from Miz's ability in the ring. Rollins is all WWE all the time right now.
Well, you work your entire career to get to a certain point, and then when you get those opportunities,
It's taken him to the top. Just curious to see as this match progresses how it plays out.
And remember, Miz.
I was thinking today, I feel like there's, guys, a lot of added pressure on the Miz here tonight, and here's why. That have another opportunity for who knows how long after tonight.
You know, moments of Intercontinental Championship relevant again, and the most prestigious title in the entire world.
Just continue to elevate it even higher.
Corey, you mentioned being Monday Night Raw.
Rollins.
But Miz certainly did his homework. Rollins just crashed down hard.
And Seth Rollins knew what he was getting. The world here tonight defending his championship.
Well, it's great that he's not overlooking the Miz.
Awareness by the Miz, booting the Kingslayer off of the top rope all the way down.
Just gave Coach a nap.
Very, very seriously, and I like it.
Miz now mocking Rollins.
And it's Miz and Rollins. Their careers have paralleled each other in many, many ways. They've both cashed in to win a championship.
You know, I was saying about Seth Rollins being Monday Night Raw. Being a champion helps with that lifestyle.
Well, Corey, you've known Seth you're almost as
Boulder, because that is what Seth lives to do. Prove people wrong, make himself truly a monkey. If that's not a good vote of confidence, I don't know what is.
What's changed, though, Corey, over the past couple of months?
Was able to refocus. It took some time inside the ring and outside of the ring. Seth Rollins, that he's doing now, but Seth has found his groove again, and he's doing great things.
Any great athlete, whether that it takes a while to have that confidence. It could be it.
For sure.
Corey, wouldn't you agree that whenever you hurt your knee and it's a serious knee injury, that's
for everything that happens inside of the ring? Rollins knows that, and it just took him a while, despite
chances physically, emotionally, mentally, and in order to do that, you have to have complete confidence.
Superstar shake-up. Sorry we lost him on Monday nights, but
seen this intensity for an extended period of time.
Like in your exact statement, Coach. Miz is intense, but he's wasting valuable time. You can't.
Miz telegraphed it. Oh, it's made him pay. Face first. Of course, he won the championship at WrestleMania. Raw superstars headed to South and just kept the championship.
I don't think I've ever seen a schedule more brutal.
Oh!
Wow.
Miz has been stunned.
There's no rest for the weary. Everyone's headed to the United Kingdom after this.
You know, my one word for this hour is anticipation, and we're starting. Oh, we're starting to truly have.
Rollins got the devil in his eye. The adrenaline's pumping.
Elite condition. Amazing.
The Architect in control. Hall of Famers over the years. Rollins top rope. Miz caught him. Looking for the skull crushing.
Up just in time. The challenger staggered.
Blockbuster.
Rollins over the last couple of months, but tonight I think we're seeing two guys that are
trying to figure out what he needs to do to put the Miz away. A lot of respect that Rollins has for Miz and what he's accomplished in WWE.
So that's sent to the outside. Boom, big right hand from
Seth is starting.
He's absolutely right, but more importantly, the Miz needs to regain his bearings. That was a desperation move that paid off.
In a very physical and grueling match for these superstars. Miz slowly taking his time to the top rope. Caught by Rollins. Cover to retain. Kick out by Miz.
So take to the skies.
Certainly has. His athleticism is all.
Almost had him, and Miz kicks out.
I wish everybody could see the.
Rollins will go through hell to not give it up. Rollins soaring packed. The Intercontinental Champion connects.
You know, I think that
tonight is hashtag WWE Backlash trends #1 in the world.
How far?
So if things don't change quick, it seems like the Miz may suffer himself a block
to his feet.
Rollins is looking for the stomp.
And Miz, I knew it. What a pin. The Miz here tonight to retain the title. Miz misses wildly. Rollins sends the round. Miz with the left hand.
What a shot.
The champion got overzealous.
Opportunity.
See Miz still favoring his ribs, the results of that mag. No.
Went for a DDT on the apron, Seth able to block. Oh no. We talked about Seth's knee injury and how he's battled back from it. And now Miz went right for the knee. Tap to the figure 4.
Turn off the radio, turn out the lights, this one's over.
And now trying to make it to a rope. To break the figure 4.
The Miz is about to
Rollins to tap.
Look at the eyes of Miz. Wow.
Stand that much pain.
And try to reverse the pressure and get Miz on his belly.
Now Miz needs to get to the rope.
Miz screaming in agony. What's he's going to do here? Miz has nowhere to go. Miz is going to have to tap.
Look at the angle.
Rollins makes it to the bottom rope, and Miz has to break. He's got to break here. Gavin up to this.
Rollins was looking for the revolution. Rollins' knee has to be badly damaged, but then again, so does Miz.
Well, we just talked about the confidence in
the Miz very wisely once again.
And but Rollins able to counter this time. And there's everything that they've endured. Miz went right to the injured knee of Rollins. Skull-crushing finale countered by the champion. Up by Rollins.
There's a vacant look in the challenger's eyes right now. But wait a minute.
Miz skull-crushing finale for the title. Hooks the leg. Rollins comes out again.
Get to his feet and stay on his feet.
Look at this enziguri from Rollins.
Oh, right.
Rollins able to break out of this, but
right there. Rollins
in some way, the Architect fights through. But Rollins' knee is shot, guys.
Yeah, it's Seth.
And it might be an injury that's out of the ordinary to allow Miz to regain.
And Miz still suffering the effects of the reversal of the figure 4 by Rollins.
Challenger
gingerly.
Time, and Rollins made him pay.
Yeah, Miz isn't exactly known as a high flyer.
Turn out of your bag. Rollins could be. Look at the weld on the Miz's.
Oh, right to the knee again.
So smart.
Superplex
goes through.
Here it comes. Went for the Falcon Arrow. Kicks out again. Can you believe it?
Unreal.
No thought that this thing was over.
What you're seeing from Rollins isn't technique, it's guts.
But for the second time, Rollins able to kick out of a skull-crushing. Both these superstars at the absolute top level of their game.
Yeah, but the Miz has an answer for everything.
You know, sometimes you ease into a show sometimes, guys.
Still Having issues with his right knee.
I don't know if Rollins is fully conscious, to be honest, after 2
legs. You saw him favoring his lower back. What is Miz thinking here?
With a bad right knee.
You said the word thinking. I can only
imagine what Miz is trying to do here.
Putting his name in the history books.
Rollins able to fight out of it. What about the guts of Rollins here tonight? Looking to stop, landing on a bad knee. Stop by Rollins.
But can Rollins cover?
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental.
We wondered how he would be able to pull it off. And guys, he had one chance. He took to
as the Workhorse Championship in WWE. The Miz as champion into the stratosphere.
Both of these superstars let it all out tonight.
Take a look back at some of the incredible moments. Rollins connects with a superplex, looking for the...
Well, guys, you mentioned being Monday Night Rollins. That's what I'm worried about right now. After a couple of roll-ups, he was able to get it done. But guys, you have to wonder.
Left in the lungs of Seth Rollins, he will fight on, which is why he is still
Rollins. Still your Intercontinental